How's it going, everybody? Today we got a bucket hat splash video. The My Hero verse is a goofy ass verse, and My Hero is kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it.
Look at the top of his head.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Oh god. What? What? Did it? Wait, hold on, wait. He's still a human, just has a... Wouldn't he be a bird? Wait, I don't know. That's not human.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
The My Hero Academia verse.
I don't know, they got some cool characters though, like Hawks.
And Sheets. Now, there's a lot of bad
Todoroki.
universes
Yeah, right.
you would never want to be a part of. Like the Attack on Titan universe, you
Agreed.
would never want to be nowhere near there.
No, you would
got
not.
big humanoid Titans walking around looking at you like this. Some Titans will run at you like this. Why are you running like that? Ugh. And guess what? If you didn't get clapped by a regular Titan, if you didn't get clapped by FaZe Gabby, you got clapped by one of the rumbling Titans. No matter which way, you're probably cooked. So One Punch Man verse, you don't want to get caught alive in that verse either.
Yeah.
Now when you watch the show,
Bro, hear me out. Hot take, hot take. One Punch Man is a better My Hero.
for real, the One Punch
said
Man
it.
verse doesn't seem that bad. However, I can assure you it is much worse than just that bad. In that
Yeah.
show, they have monsters, and by monsters, I mean a lot of monsters. If your name is not Saitama, Watchdog Man, or any of the S-rank heroes in the top 7, there's a monster out there for you. Those monsters will beat the absolute brakes
They
off
will.
you, and there's nothing you can do about it. The monsters in
can't
that
do
show
shit.
have human intelligence too. They have their own association. That's tough! Aside from the
That's
Attack on
tough.
Titan verse and the One Punch Man verse, there are some other bad verses to live into. And the My Hero
Like JJK, Naruto. What are some other fucking bad ones?
Academia verse is one of those
Parasite.
verses as well. However, there's a difference though with the My Hero Academia.
Honestly, like, you could say Demon Slayer would be a bad one, but it wouldn't be awful. I mean, the odds of you running into like an upper moon,
Most verses
not
that
that high.
are bad because there's a high probability that you're
don't go
gonna
out at
get
night, bro.
rocked. But in the My Hero verse, nah, there's much more reasons. Like for example, quirks. Quirks are so trash. Now, if you haven't watched My Hero Academia, just know quirks are basically the superpowers. Now, 80% of all humans in that entire verse have a quirk. Now, I'm not gonna lie, of those 80%, 95% of those quirks suck. Most of those quirks are not useful at all. They're just there, bruh. And if
I
they
got
are
the tail,
useful
bruh.
in some way, most of them
I'll
are
be
still
pressed as
mid.
fuck.
Like for example, Koji Koda's quirk. That man's quirk is to talk to animals. Do you know how angry I would be if I was born in a verse where people can
Okay, yeah, no, I'd be angry in that scenario, but like in general, that wouldn't be like a bad power,
where
I
people can make
guess. But how am I gonna
explosions
fight
off the
villains
palm
with
of
that,
their
bro?
hands, where people can create ice and fire from
I'm
their
not being a
hands
hero.
and use that mad effectively and looking mad tough while doing it. People in the verse I live in have all those cool powers, and all I have to say when someone asks, "What's your quirk?" is, "Oh yeah, bro, I can talk to the eagles and the whales."
I would
bro."
rather say I
Do you
didn't
hear
get- I
how
don't
lame
have
I
one.
sound when I say that? Koji Koda, do you understand how lame you are? And it's crazy because I know bro is tight too. He not gonna show it, he not gonna say it, but I know he's tight. Because of his quirk, he will never have the satisfaction of hitting a big punch to save the world. He's never gonna fly in the sky looking mad cool, having
Nope.
little kids saying, "Oh my gosh, look at mom, it's Koda." He's never gonna have the girls on his body asking him for an autograph. He's never gonna have that army of keyboard warriors on the internet defending him after every loss.
He won't.
He's just never gonna be anything more than a background support hero. And you wanna know why? It's because he has deep conversations with geese, and there's just nothing he can ever do about it either. Koji Koda,
He
man,
can't do
you
nothing.
have my condolences.
He's
Are those
done.
fruit flies? Minato's quirk is literally just pulling sticky balls out of his head and placing it places.
Mineta just pissed me off.
That's it. That's all. That man's quirk is literally worse than the quirk I just
People be dogging on Sanji, but Mineta exists too.
mentioned. At least Koda's quirk has some use to it, not a lot, but some use. Minato's quirk, what can you possibly do with that? What does he even do? And then some other quirk in My Hero Academia. There's this girl who is invisible. She can't go uninvisible ever. You're telling me I could be born and develop a power to where no one can see me? Actually, no cap, that might not be that bad. And if
Yeah, that's one of the better trash ones.
Getting a bad quirk
Like,
was
the only downside is you can't turn it off.
bad enough. The quirks change your appearance too. Like for example, this right here is Tokoyami. Now this dude's quirk isn't bad, so he doesn't fully apply to this, but bruh, this man is a human being, his head is a bird. What is going on? Horikoshi, what are we doing here, bruh? How is bro gonna ever pull any of the fine biddies if his head is a bird? You know how sick I'd be if I was him, bro? They just took him off the game forever. What's even worse than having quirks like those is not having a quirk at all, because then you in a society full of people with superpowers and you have nothing at all. That's sick. As trash as some abilities may appear to be, at least they still have some type of ability. An ability could be so questionably horrid like this,
I summoned centipedes.
but hey, at least bro could do something. Have you ever seen a centipede? Look, this is a centipede. These things look low-key terrifying. They look like something that came from Stranger Things. You know how much chaos and panic
bro, get that.
Summon like a million of these? You could low-key terrorize and cause massive chaos to the worst and most out-of-pocket city in America. Atlanta, Georgia. You can't beat up nobody with this power. You can't get from one place to the other mad fast with this power. You definitely can't get into UA high school and eventually become a hero with this power. You can't speed blitz nobody.
Putting that shit on my screen.
Speed blitzed. You can't prevent yourself from getting speed blitzed with this power. But guess what though? At least you could be a top 10 supervillain of Atlanta. With no quirk though, you can't do nothing. With 80% of the world having a quirk and you not being one of that 80%, you just will forever be a lame man. And that honestly is so bad, bro. How do you even live in a world like that? Not gonna lie though, being permanently invisible is death worse though. But now like think about it though, in that verse, if you have no quirk, why you even alive? Why you even still breathing, bro? What is there to do? And whatever you want to do in life, there will always be 100,000 people who have quirks who will always do that thing better than you, and there's nothing you could do about it. So yeah, bro, that's tough. If you have a quirk, your head gonna look like a cricket. If you don't have a quirk, you're sheets. And then quirks aside, you gotta deal with the villains in that show. Primarily,
not if I become a villain too, then they won't hurt me.
Bro, Shigaraki, because Shigaraki, listen, that man Shigaraki is the greatest crash out the My Hero verse has ever seen. First of all, just look at bro. You could just tell he doesn't care about life. He was the leader of a group of villains called the League of Villains, so you already know what that means. He had his own little crash out group and they was wreaking havoc. Then guess what? One day they found out about another crash out group called the Meta Liberation Army. And then guess what happened? They started boxing. And not gonna lie, it was a good little war between the two. That man Twice was going through it though. Then again though, Twice is always going through it. Damn. But then after mad fighting, it was time for there to be a winner. The fight was gonna be between Shigaraki, the leader of the League of Villains, and Dr. Doofenshmirtz, the leader of the Meta Liberation Army. Redestra was out there cooking that man. It was looking like a father spanking their son. But no cap though, I think Shigaraki was tired of getting spanked because mid-fight he started to lock in. Bro started yapping about how he just wants to destroy stuff and ultimately see the world burn.
Okay.
Then Redestro started tweaking and put armor on. It was a part of bro's quirk to look at, bro. He was looking big easy. Redestro tried punching Shigaraki and his punch got decayed. That's so crazy. Nigga did all that tweaking out just to throw a negative damage punch. Then Shigaraki awakened his decay power and started decaying everything around him. They had this man in the chaos looking like Gear 5 Luffy. That's how you know the fight was done. Bro was in so much glee. Whenever you see a character in so much glee when they're in a fight, just know they're about to win. And that's exactly what happened. Redestro was on the ground looking down in defeat. Shigaraki,
bro, what does that
know? Up to him, the greater crash out won the fight. Now you're probably wondering, BucketHatSplash, how does this connect back to the main point of the video? Well, you see, basically you just learned how much of a crash out Shigaraki is. He combined his group, the League of Villains, with Redestro's group, the Meta Liberation Army, and created one big organization of villains called the Paranormal Liberation Front. And their whole goal is to basically boom all the heroes and make the world a lawless place where the only thing that takes place is niggas dying. And guess who gotta be in that verse? You. I gotta be with that. There's no All Might to help you. Yes, sheets. And then there's All For One helping Shigaraki out. I'm enjoying him, bro. I ain't even talk about All For One. Hey man, all I'm saying is you do not want to be in this dookie booty ass verse. Unless, of course, your name is Deku. But yeah, nah, if you really want to be in the anime verse, join the Berserk verse. I heard it's real calm. I'm good there. But yeah, that's the video. Follow my Twitter, follow my IG. This my face. You heard my Discord if you want great combos. We got great combos in there. The staff in here is tough. Go follow his shit. Tweaking, they
Alright, anyways, that was BucketHatSplash. The My Hero verse is goofy. And of course, thank you for stopping by. And I hope you have a good day.